there, Jairus. How are you? Good. I'm sure a lot of you, like me, get their hobby supplies from eBay because it's cheaper, it's more convenient, and also you can't always get things in your country which you need for whatever reason, because it's a long way away or because there are chemicals in the product which they won't allow in. Things of that sort. One of them is this sort of thing. I've got this Mr. Surfacer 1000. I can't seem to find it in the UK, so I have to order it from a eBay seller in Hong Kong, who's very good. I'll put his doobly-doo down below so that you can actually have a look at his stuff. And he's very reasonably priced, and his prices include postage as well, and he's quite reasonable. It's not too bad at all. So there's things like this which you can't get in the UK. Well, I can't anyway. So I order them, and what I did, I ordered some more tools from him. And what I ordered were, let me show you my little haul of modelling tools. I ordered this. This is a Tamiya paint stirrer. There's actually two Tamiya paint stirrers actually, and it's one of the most useful tools for stirring paint, obviously, but it's actually one of the most useful tools ever of any sort. I've used this thing, well, this is the one I bought from Hong Kong, but I actually have a set I bought quite some time ago, and as you can see, it's got a little spoon at one end and a flat part at the other, mainly for stirring and things of that sort, but these can be used for anything. I've used these for scraping paint off models, for scraping glue, or pointing at things, all sorts of things. These tools have got 1001 modelling uses. They've got one or two non-modelling uses as well. That end is extremely good for picking your nose. This end is extremely good for scratching an itch on your back, or scratching an itch on somebody else's back. Very handy. So I'll be putting these away because I've actually got two, and that's what I tend to do, you see. I tend to come across a tool that I really like, and I'll buy it again, and I'll simply put it away, use it some other day. I'm sure in future I'll go, oh, I've got this tool, I'll get that out and use that. The other things I've got, let's see, I've got this, I've got some paint trays. This is Mr. Hobby paint trays, and you get a pack of 10. They're made of steel, pretty sturdy, very, very handy. Get a pack of 10, not very expensive. Love these things. Always get those. What else we got? We've got some paint pens. These are the Gundam variety, as you can see. And I've got a few of these in different colours and all that sort of thing, but these are white. It's quite hard to get hold of white paint pens. No, use these to actually, you can use them for lots of things, but I bought them because I wanted to actually mark tyres. So on tyres you have the names of the manufacturers on there, and you can use these to actually bring that the name out. So I've got two of those. They were a bit pricey. Paint pens tend to be pretty expensive in this country as well, but always useful. Now, the other thing I bought was some of this stuff. This is Mark Sessa. As you can see, it's rather opaque. Is that the word? Is it opaque? Well, cloudy. Let's call it cloudy. Now, I've been using, well, was using Microsol and Microset, but unfortunately, the smell of it makes me ill. It just makes me rather queasy, and I don't like it. So what I've been using for quite some time is this. This is Mark Softer. This is what you're supposed to put on afterwards to actually soften up the dickle so that it sort of conforms to the actual model. And I've been using that perfectly well, but I thought, you know, I may as well get the proper this is what you're supposed to put on first, to put the dickle on, and then use that afterwards. So, and this doesn't smell like it does with Microsol and Microset, which makes me throw up, essentially. So we got that. What else? Oh, we got some of this. If you're a railway modeler, you would have used these. I've actually got one, which is here we go. Now this is it. This is C, version C, and we've got version B, as you can see. And version C has let's have a look. We've got orange rust, gun metal, and silver, and it comes with a little brush, and on the other end is a foam pad for, and you simply take some off, put it on your model. Now the foam pad has a habit of splitting because of pressure, so you go to your pound shop or your dollar store and you get some of these applicators, and you get like 20 for $1 or £1. Very handy. I haven't used this one that much, but I do want to. So it's sort of like a compact for modelers. Yeah. And I've got, so this is the one I got. Now this one has snow, as you can see. Not the most useful, but you never know. Soot, very handy for, you know, especially for locomotives and things. And a sort of a more brown rust, so we got one of those. These are pretty expensive, but they last a very long time, and very handy. We've got some of these things. Now you may have seen these before. Let's see if I can, there we go. These are Tamiya sanding sponge sheets, and as you can see they're spongy. And they have this particular one is 1500 grit, and then we've got another 1500 grit, or 1000 grit, and I'm sure I had a 320. There we go, 320. And what you do, you simply cut out a small piece, enough for you to use, just grip, and it's very handy to actually sand. And I prefer using these to just sand paper. A little bit more expensive, but this was, I think, about $1.99 or $2.99. Wasn't hugely expensive, and it lasts a fair long time because you only use a small amount at a time. So next we've got some of this stuff. This is Tamiya epoxy putty, and we've got some Tamiya putty basic type. This is smooth, and this is presumably not smooth. I haven't actually used putty that much, epoxy stuff anyway, so that's going to be interesting, and I simply bought it as an experiment because I wanted to have a go, and I didn't want to buy a big tub of the stuff that you can get in the UK here. That comes in quite big amounts, so I thought I'd just try a small amount. So I got those. Now one thing I did get and I didn't order, whether it was a mistake or he just popped it in, is this Mr. Masking Sol. Now I've been using Humbrol, whatever it's called. Let's have a look at what it's called. This stuff for a while. Mascol, that's the one. And this is excellent. Very good indeed. So he popped this in. Whether I haven't paid for it, whether it was a mistake, I don't know, or maybe he just plonked it in there. But we'll have a go with that. It's by Mr. Hobby again, and we've also have masking tape upside down. Here we go. Now the difference is, as you can see there, this is 1mm masking tape. It is extremely thin, but very handy for lines on, well, anything really. If you want to make a line, a very slim line, and paint it. So I wanted to have a go with that. It wasn't very expensive. So that's that. The other thing we got was some sprue cutters. You could never have too many sprue cutters, let's face it. And these were going quite cheap, so I thought I'd pick them up because, you know, it's Mr. Hobby again, and in the UK I'm sure these are quite expensive, but these are quite cheap. I actually use these ones. These are my favourites, and they're by Faller, which is, I think, a German make. I'm not entirely sure. And as you can see there, they've got a very narrow blade gap, if you like, and also the very narrow, very thin blades, so you can get into the little parts, you know. Plus it's got these huge big handles, and it's so comfortable to use, so comfortable. These are without doubt the best I've ever used. These are superb. But I thought, you know, these weren't very expensive, and it's always handy to have a pair brand new, so we thought we'd have those. What else we got? We got some surface primer. This is very much like the this stuff, really. It's very much like the surfacer. It fills gaps, very light gaps, but if you've got injection marks you won't want to fill, it might work. But I just wanted to have a go with this. It comes in white, and this one's grey, so I thought it would be cool. Just an experiment again. Get these, see how it goes, what I need to use for them. Ooh, and that's it. So that was handy. And the last thing I bought from this guy was, I'll have to hold it out this way, was a A4 cutting mat. This is a Tamiya one. I always wanted a decent one. I've used this thing here. As you can see, this is two-sided, so on the other side of this is green, and this is really just more of a tablecloth for doing modelling and things of that on. Is it really just a tablecloth, so just to cover the table, which isn't in the greatest nick. It isn't in great condition or anything, but I thought I'd get this, and it's a small one, so you just put it down and just use that space. But it's a Tamiya one, and it's good quality, and if you get this all dirty and grimy and stuff, you can always turn it over. A little bit expensive for an A4 one, but why not? And that's it. That's my haul from Hong Kong. Most of it's Tamiya, or it's Mr. Hobby. All of it's going to be used sometime or other. Very pleased with the prices. I might not buy as much in one go again, but you know, why not? Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. It's just my little haul from Hong Kong, and I hope to see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.